Hi everybody, welcome back. It's your boy Lmacncheese, and tonight we have the first ever on this channel anyway. Is some Soulframe patch notes for Soulframe Preludes 8, and I cannot wait to look at these notes and talk about them because I've been watching. You've seen the dev shorts, we've seen the dev stream of last time, and then we're finally getting the actual update for Preludes 8. So we are going to read this, react to it, talk about it, and at some point we're going to play it. So without further ado, let's get into these notes. War songs. Remember Little Minnow? That Night of Ode, an early version of War songs now lives within Soulframe. The fable will be triggered upon new account creation or can be found in the codex by pressing replay fable. Fable, is that like the song that played at the start, was it? Let's tease of the fable and find the memories of war songs notes scattered in Alka to learn more about the tale of the night ode fell upon Daneria. The night of the spell song sounds all others. So I think this is like we'll talk about how you before you make your character, or when you make a character, there's like a little song thing going on. So a little prelude stuff, you know. Rose Enclave. Have your memories for the war? Have your ciphers secret sworn? Then pledge your sword a rose thorn. Man, yeah, bars, shit. Let's go to Rose Enclave. Find this hidden stronghold near the ruins of Salzbrim. Salzbrim? To uncover a new social hub for envoys. And we've seen all this. If y'all haven't, this game looks so good. Like, it's on the same engine as Warframe, and Warframe looks good, but somehow this just looks better somehow. And I don't know if it's just such as I'm such like a freak for medieval fantasy kind of stuff like that, and like, you know, D&D kind of like aesthetic and stuff like that. But just it looks so good. Looks so good. Look at it. Oh, I do even want to go. I mean, even the Nightfall. This is really so good. Gather in the dripping flagon with fellow comrades and subtasks from Lady Diora, newly free from old control. This is the lady, I think it's like the first lady you fight, or I don't know, it depends on the path you take, but this is the first like big enemy I really fought, and you fight her. If there's a whole video on the channel you can see, but you fight her essentially is how you get the stag thing, but she runs the resistance or whatever this currently is. It's not there, and she's really freaking tall. Like, I wish our characters were that tall. I hope our characters grow up at some point and be like her height, because she is tall or around her height. I think my character's tall. So, no, the Torment Stag Field must be completed is right here. Its Silent Rose invitation must be found in order to accept the task from Lady Diora. Listen to the tunes of the dripping flagon. Okay, we'll do a little. Got a lot of jig to it. You do a thing with the arm, you go on a circle with your buddy, the flask, the flagon. That's not bad. Those little things that we got a lot of things to go through. But all links will be down in the description for y'all to read. The Shewolf Snared. A howl rings out the choir of a shattered pack. Faint howls echo through the northern night in the Midrath. Follow them and uncover a clue of where the Shewolf is ensnared. Begin to hunt and rescue Orengall and her lost pups from the Sinkers. Sinkers Voltic snares. Please fail to acquire a pup and a fragment for the new Orengall Pact. Now, this is also part of the Orengall Pact armor set, which I think it looks pretty cool. This is the pet or the wolf that usually is in our Nightfall and stuff like that. So I'm fine giving her a role. I even know it was a she. I don't know if it's he, Alex. I don't think they would draw that shape parts, you know, with was what the Orengall Pact. Look at this. Look at y'all got this is like Ghost of Tsushima levels to be. So great. Thick as silver and sharp as bone. Hear your howls and know your home. For by her pact, no wolf be lone. Be one with the pact of omen Shewolf Orengall. Prowl the furthering pack lands by lights of Iridus, a silent assassin of fang and claw. May your bite be fierce and your love be fiercer. And if you like dogs or wolves, then your love is very fierce. So, the Werewalker, run free from your sovereign soul. Prowl ahead undetected while your frame is left vulnerable. I assume this is like the powers, but they're like riddled because like they don't really essentially explain the powers. They kind of just explain like. I don't explain, but they don't. They say the powers, but they kind of give you the description of what the power actually is. So, Hunter, call upon Orengall's brood, pups dealing damage and draw fire before retreating to Silverin. How? Sing your enemy or sing your blood song, increase courage and chance of smite for you and your party, or when the songs turn on their masters. If you don't know what smite is, it is a free to play. Let me stop. Smite is your critical chance essentially. Idol, Blood Moon. Iridus compels you, unsheath your silver claws, which is like I think it's like the first. No, it's not. I don't talk about. This is just like a claw weapon. And an Orengall armor set. Fragments of Orengall's armor can be found from Sparrow's tails within the Dermak City, or Dermak City. This stuff looks really good, like really good. This is like very adventuresque, like your typical adventurer kind of like gear, you know. Like it has like the armor, and then it's like combined with like cloth, and then you still have armor, so you have like your joints and stuff like that. Like your, you know, it's like essentially keeps you mobile, you know, but you're not as weighed down as wearing like full plate and stuff like that. So I really like I said, I'm still hoping that they have separate capes. So I would love to throw like the normal cape on the back of this and have like a nice armor set and a nice cape. D, if you're listening, I'm just saying, if it's possible, I'm just saying, collectible capes, would love it. I love me a good cape. I love me a big sword. All right. Graced by the blue beam or the blue gleam of Iridus full in Orengall's legendary armor. Crafted for the hunter shrouded by night. The Quicksilver alloys ensure a silent stalk and merciful strike. A foe's glare of the waxing moon visor. You can call upon the right of the lone wolf's fang. Let's go down some more. And then they have unmasked version, which is cool too. While vulnerable gaze on the waning moon's bare face, you call upon the right of Pack Howl's wolf's howl. And they have descriptions for each piece, I believe, too, so you get a little bit of lore. Caspian at the winter solstice, Orengall's Lmacncheese curious, holds the quiet dark of the longest night. Adorned with a variant of divine talisman to match Omen's beast's own, the host pack is sealed twixt servant and steed. I like it. Which is the, this is like the, okay, yeah. I got a little wolf fur in there too. I think we get like a close-up detailed look at this. This is pretty cool. I like the detail. It's very, like I said, it's very adventurous, very like casual adventure kind of gear. So, and then here are the greaves. Through forward legs cast claws to prey. 'Tis the wolf's hind leg that proud power to earth. Orengall's Avatide greaves hosts a ritual dagger fang. The wild winds blow her scarf. Oh, this is a scarf. It makes sense. Threaded through by hairs of Omen's beast's own silver pent tail. See, I'm saying, like, if they could put a scarf on something else, or a cape on something else, I'm just saying. We have new Dermak Undercity tile sets, which is really nice because it's kind of, you know, tile sets are important. So the Bastion tile, a new addition to the Dermak Undercity. The Bastions offer new dynamic challenges for envoys to discover. They asked, and they did this. Look at this. Look at it. So pretty. Oh, so good. But they're talking about new puzzles they added to keep things fresh. Because if you don't know, in Soulframe you have to straight up, you have to, like, so exploring in Warframe or in Soulframe is very important. There's a lot of chests and hidden puddles and stuff like that. Like, they want you to really explore. So, new perilous hazards have emerged in the dark Dermak Undercity. Tread carefully and stay vigilant against these frightening threats. They just say they have like fire barrels, and then you have the water barrels above those fire barrels to get through that. Gear, general addition and changes. Added a new gear wheel menu for easy access to gear and emotes. Gear will auto-populate as collected. Interesting. Okay. Getting a little Warframe isms in here, stuff like that. Added a new hub for health. Oh. A new, I got ahead of myself. Stability, consumable weapon functions, including arrow count for bows, sparrow guide, and gear wheel. I like this. We just had y'all can't see because I'm doing, my face is in the way. Let's do this. On the bottom left here, you can see usually it used to be just like a straight red line. Or was it green? Actually, they changed the lectures to red now. It used to just be green. I think our health was green before. Was it green or was it red? On the past video that lets you know. But it's red now. I'm pretty sure it's red now. And our elixir is red. We're drinking blood. It all makes sense. And now it's a nice little, like, I like this. It's like, I don't know. This is a little bit, I don't know. I don't know. Like, it's that thing you need, but I feel like it's kind of cluttered. I don't know. Like, yeah, it's being nitpicky. I'm not being nitpicky, but I don't know. I'm just feeling. I don't know what I'm feeling. It's not bad. I like it, but it's just like I don't know. It feels like kind of cluttered. I don't know. Like I was liking just having just the red line, and have things under it, and now it's like a curve. It's cool. I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm just being stupid. What? Added an old enemy variant throughout Elka. Added new Sparrow Tails. Added categories to uh Tulfacane. I'm off of the names. Tulfacane. Craft the menu ready to craft. Requirements not met. Fragment recipes. Added a red arrow indicated to the weapon UI and an arsenal screen to highlight unmet virtue requirements. Added voltaic stand counters that have a chance to appear in areas level 5 and above. Added completing the Shewolf Snared fable. So that means new requirements, quality of life stuff is really good. We got a lot of added in here. We're not going over the fixed up, we're going to add over the added section. Added codex entries for the last pensive, the steel singer, and the brewer of Hugh's fables. These entries have been retroactively granted to envoys who have already completed the fables. Added tooltips, inventory, and codex category tabs. I do need some of those because I think some things to me are still unclear. I still gotta play more of the game. I haven't played a lot recently, other stuff coming out, stuff like that. But some tooltips will be helpful to have. And I'm all for being, like I'm gonna have my hand held for everything like that. But some things should just be flat out said. Made ongoing adjustments to loot drop chances and the chest locations throughout Alka to feel more balanced. Made sprint bound to the left stick by default for controllers, which toggle or run enabled by default. I think I had a problem with that. I didn't know you could run until like a while ago. I was just walking the entire time. I wasn't like walking, but I was like jogging. And then I think because it was bound to a different button. So I was just like, I clicked on the stick, which is usually clicking the stick to run, but that didn't work. So I'm like, oh, this is probably the same pace as the ones you're going at all times. So, but I found it was a sprint. I'm just like, what? This is a game changer. So it's nice that you put it in the actual default button where it should be. Envoy is now transitioned directly into a roll when dodging during a sprint, skipping the initial speed dash with sprint toggle enabled. Enabled tapping now allows for a quicker transition to a roll. Improved lighting, VFX graphics, and chills with refined sky tinting, and more vibrant and authentic light sources, and enhanced surfaces for smoother and more polished visuals. Game looks already so good, and it's why it looks even better. I think my friend was telling me about like when things are really corrupted by the old, it gets really gray and like really gloomy and like really blue. Personally, I'm okay with that because that makes sense, but hopefully this kind of adds a little bit like of some different color tones to it. So ongoing environmental updates to the world of Alka, improved animations. Ooh, right there, everybody's, that's the big thing, it's all about the first place. Not that it wasn't going to improve in the second place or the third place, but we're still getting more improvements, which is nice. And I hope that picture they showed above with the guy with them, while we stabbing the guy, that those get better animations too, which is what we'll be talking about. AI behavior, placing a comp for old enemies, dogs, and siege engines. I hate siege engines. Which is good because this game, to be different from Warframe, can really help is with AI enemies. Can the enemies in the Warframe just shoot? They shoot, run up to you, slash you, kind of do the same thing. They're not really smart. So I hope we get smarter enemies in this game for versus, because in Warframe kind of makes sense. The Grineer, the grunts, your typical run-of-the-mill enemy and stuff like that. You have your elite enemies who kind of, the attacks aren't really different. They just kind of have different abilities and stuff like that. But I hope this game gives us more of a challenge worth of enemies that do maybe they'll faint, and they'll have just better AI just to make things more challenging. That's to be a good thing to have, is just more challenging AI. Say if the difficulty goes up, they have like Steel Path, they'll, instead of doing just more enemies or a higher health enemy and stuff like that, to do like, enemies now have different abilities or like they'll have different tactics and stuff like that. Little tangent. A really cool thing they did in a game called Crisis, in the higher difficulties, enemies speak, they don't speak English anymore. Which is like, that's stupid. That's funny. Like, how is that challenging? But when you don't understand what they're saying, when they're speaking just their language, if you don't speak their language, you don't know what they're saying. So you don't know, because they'll tell you, oh, I'm pressing enemy, or I'm reloading, or cover me. Like they'll say I'm rushing enemy. They'll say something to let you know what's going on. But when you don't know what they're saying, you don't know what's going to happen. And I do hope that Warframe, I keep getting, I play so much Warframe. I hope that Soulframe really does something unique with the difficulty instead of just making things tankier, because that is the most boring thing to do. You know, tankier, more damage is an instant turn off for me when things get harder. It's like, oh, that's not fun. That's super boring. So hopefully they'll find some kind of way to make things harder and challenging in a respectable, like, interesting way. So update enemy health and stability UI, just inventory location and menu UI, improved UI for ancestors, crafting menus, and the compass. Ooh. Made health extra icon red. I thought so. See, I know it wasn't crazy. Replaced the old networking and now responding UI with a new design. Improved the functionality and spawning of pulses in dungeons. I hope they fixed the one with the chain that got me confused. Reduce the amount of enemies present in the field when the heart collector spell tab begins over an enemy rich area. Made heart the collector. I think I had this happen to me one time. I seen a clip where people were just coming out in droves. It's awesome. Of combat. Made heart the collector tail spawning more randomized after initial login. Adjust the stability threshold for both Garen, Rude, and Nimrod to prevent staggering too quickly when affected by Phantom Flock. Increase enemy levels during the reclaim from Ode, Totem Ode, and Totem Stag. Improve pacing and flow of the last pensive. Increase base health for Nimrod. Increase Solo's eye crafting time to 5 hours to align with other weapons. Increase the cost required to fire the Bullet Blast Ode Tempest Idol. I think that's the one I use. I like the metallic arm, I believe, and it has a pretty strong projectiles. So increase required fragments of Juniper to 3, and a new music to the Fable Glades of Enderian. Ongoing audio improvements and fixes, including new sound effects for enemies, combats, weapons, and the world. And finally, Winter Squash has left Alka for the season. I never got enough Winter Squash for I think it was for the mask. A lot of squash needed. I didn't just care for the mask. I mean, I kind of did, but I was just like, a lot of stuff. A lot of fixes here and whatnot. I will have all of the things down below. An important note down here, note issue, help squad rejoining. We are aware of an issue where if a players intentionally leave a squad while the side rows Enclave, they may not be able to rejoin the same host. If this occurs, players can leave the hub and either relog or re-enter the hub to successfully squad up with the host again. This issue will be addressed in a coming hotfix. Thank you for your patience. Cool. Awesome. Good job, D. Awesome job here. Look at this. It looks so good. This is actually I was talking about right here. Look at the cape on this. I don't know what armor set this is. I like this. I think this is like the Rose Lady's armor set, I believe. I think I haven't gotten it yet. I'm hoping this is an indication of how of a clear animation this is to stab them in the chest, because this is like this is a parry animation, and you get a strike, or you can, I think, stagger them, you can strike them, or maybe just show off the new little zone here. And look how this looks so good. I can't wait for the game to progress and even more. So, yeah. All links will be down below in the description. I believe went over everything we had to go over. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. It'd be really cool. Get some discussions going on one night. Tell me what you think. And now you plan to at some point and see what's going on. But other than that, thank you for watching. And take it easy.